Hello everyone, Merry Christmas, welcome in. Since it's the month of December, I decided that now would be a good time to make a Christmas themed book vlog where I am going to read 3 or 4 books that are wrapped up underneath my Christmas tree. So these are all books that I've taken off of my bookshelf that are part of my TBR already. I wrapped these probably like a week ago and I already don't remember what I put in here. Underneath my Christmas tree here, I have a mix of things. Some of them are more like Christmas leaning or fall leaning romance books. I didn't really have any Christmas books on my bookshelf. So I try to find things that were closer to like winter time or were fantasy. So hopefully I get some of them might be just like totally random books that like have nothing to do with the month of December, but I just want to get through my TBR and I don't really have any Christmas books on me right now. But here on my phone, I do have a wheel to spin and it's got the numbers 1 through 8. And these books are also marked 1 through 8. So I'm going to spin the wheel and we're going to pick out my first book together, read that, and then after that we're going to come back and pick book number 2. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to screen record and then add it up on the video for you guys. This is actually really exciting. Get to unwrap a gift. Okay, we're starting off strong with number 1. Number 1 it is. So let's find out. I don't know which book that was. This is 2. Oh, 1. Right here. Can you guys see the Christmas tree? Here it is right here in all its glory. Okay. Okay, so here we have book number 1. I'm just going to unwrap her real quick. Again, I don't even remember what it is. Our first book of this vlog is The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. So I believe this is like a fae romance that's set in London, maybe quite a few years back. Every citizen of England is granted one bargain from their immortal fae queen. High society girls are expected to bargain for qualities that will win them suitors. A rare talent for piano in exchange for one's happiest childhood memory, a perfect smile for one's ability to taste. But Ivy's debut season arrives with a shocking twist, a competition to marry the Queen's fae son, Prince Bram. It's a prize that could save Ivy's family from ruin, and free her older sister from the bargain that destroyed her. Yet every glittering fae deal has a rotting heart. And amidst lavish balls, vicious competition, and a dangerous alliance with the prince's rakish younger brother, Prince Emmett, Ivy realizes that at the center of this contest lies a dark plot that could destroy all of England and her heart with it. Okay, so I'm really excited to read this one. I'm probably going to start reading it today, hopefully have it done and read by tomorrow or at a later date. I will come back to you guys with more updates later when I have read some. Okay, so it's a few days later now, and I have finished reading The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith, and I think I'm going to give it an overall 4 stars. The 4-star is because I really liked all of our characters, like that we got multiple POVs. The plot line of this book was very interesting. The only reason that it's not a 5 is purely because I could kind of predict the ending. It wasn't the most unpredictable book. The plot twist I kind of saw coming. There were some factors of the plot twist that I did not see coming, so I'm going to give it credit for that. But it was a very interesting read. I really liked our love story between Emmett and Ivy, and I thought Brom was such an interesting character. I do highly recommend giving this book a read. It was overall really good, and I'm very excited to get to the second one because the book does leave on a cliffhanger, and I need to know what happens next. I think the second book is called The Thorn Queen, and it comes out in April of next year, so I have about 4 months of a wait. But yeah, overall, 4-star, very good. And now we are going to move on to reading book number 2 of our Christmas vlog. We have our wheel back, and we have all of our presents underneath the Christmas tree. We're gonna give this wheel a spin. No, my light. book number 2. Okay. Yeah, we have number 5 here as our choice. We're gonna remove that one. And now to find book number 5. Oh, it's right here. Okay, not that hard. Ooh, this one's a bit thinner. That makes me happy. Not too hefty of a book. Because some of these, I do just want to say, are like a bit thicker. Like this one is chunky. I don't know if I really want to ever have to draw book number 3. I think it's the biggest of them all. Number 4 is also pretty small. But I literally don't remember what these are. I think I know what number 3 is, but I don't know what number 5 is, so let's find out. Oh, okay, so this one, if you if you watched my last vlog, I didn't have this series on there, so this one's kind of new. You won't have seen this on my bookshelves before, but it is The Baby Dragon Bakery by A.T. Oh, I cannot say that last name. I'm not even going to attempt that for now. But I have book number 1 by this author right here, The Baby Dragon Cafe, and I read it while I was on vacation a little while ago, probably like 2 months ago. So the second book in the series is The Baby Dragon Bakery, and it follows 2 characters who we met in the first book. They're like childhood best friends. And basically in this book, our main character, she owned a bakery where you could let your little baby dragons run around in. They're basically like little dogs. Like, they're so cute. But unfortunately, she's like not part of a dragon bloodline. I don't really know. I can't remember. It's been a minute. She unfortunately cannot have a baby dragon of her own, and she's always wanted one. And this guy, our main character, Aiden, he has a baby dragon that he got from his older brother. But the baby dragon's kind of wild, and he doesn't know how to train it. So he asks our main character, Saphira, to help train his dragon. And so they kind of meet, fall in love while training this dragon. And it's a super cute, cozy story. It was an amazing read. I really did love it. I think I gave it like 4 stars just because it wasn't like the most entertaining thing. It was more of like a feel-good, cozy read. And I'm assuming The Baby Dragon Bakery is going to be the same thing, where it's just like a cozy feel-good. So the main character in this one, she works at the cafe from the first book. She works there like part-time. She's also, I think, a student. And then there is our main male lead, and he works at a bakery, and his bakery gives treats to the cafe. So they kind of are like, they both work in the same area, but I'm actually not sure about anything else in this book. All I know is that they're childhood best friends. So I'm going to read the back here. Okay, so our main character, her name is, oh my gosh, Lavinia. And the main guy, his name is Theo. And Lavinia has a huge crush on Theo and basically asks him out, and he kind of pulls away, is what the back says. So this is going to be an interesting story of how the two of them go from childhood best friends to lovers. So yeah, I'm probably going to start this one very soon and hopefully come back to you soon with more thoughts. So it is the next day, and I have finished reading The Baby Dragon Bakery. So my overall rating for this book is going to be a 3-star, maybe 3.5. It was overall really good, really cozy. I liked both of our main characters, and I could definitely feel their connection. But sometimes the book felt a little bit too slow. It was pretty boring up until like the very end. Then we had some really good stuff going on, but like all of this was build up for the last like 100 pages. So it was kind of a bit harder to push my way through this. It was a bit slower. Some parts were a little corny. I was like, So I didn't totally like the writing. I think I liked the writing more on the first one than I did the second. And then the miscommunication in this book was absolutely wild. Neither of them ever actually confessed until the end of the book. They both just kind of assumed that the other person didn't like them the whole book. And I guess maybe that was the point, but it was low-key really frustrating. And then at the end we doubled down on miscommunication, which I did not like. The ending was good, but it had its problems, I guess. It was just miscommunication throughout literally the whole book, and not one of my favorite tropes. So if you don't like the miscommunication trope, I don't really recommend this one. What else? The author is from Pakistan, and there's a lot of like different Pakistanish like food, and that was very interesting because it's like a bakery, so it's a lot of different treats, so you get to learn about like desserts from another country, which I thought was very interesting. I found that really cool. That's a big part of this book as well. Every time Theo bakes, it goes very much into detail about like all the ingredients, how they're putting it together, and a lot of that sounded like really good. Now I want to try it. But yes, so that was very interesting as well. I just wanted to point that out as well. So now we're gonna move on, after reading this one, to picking out book number 3, which is probably going to be our last book of this video. Okay, we got our wheel here. We're gonna give that a spin. Oh my god. I don't know if I really want to ever have to draw book number 3. I think it's the biggest. That's the big one, isn't it? Oh my god, book number 3 is the big one. I'm crying. I feel like I know what this one is too. Okay. Let's go ahead and open. Oh, I'm so scared. This is big. This is going to take me a minute. There's like 2 books I think that this one could be. I don't even think I want to look at like the... I don't even want to look at the book yet. Yep. We got Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Oh my gosh. And I think the second book, Brimstone, literally just came out. I know nothing about this book. I'm going to go into it like so blind. Oh my gosh. How? Oh my gosh. It's like almost 600 pages. It is 600 pages. God damn. That's gonna take me a long time to read. Damn. I knew that was gonna happen to me. Okay, well, I'll get back to you guys when I have read more of this book. I don't know. Hello everyone, I am back with updates. So last time I talked to you guys was before Christmas, and it is now New Year's Eve. So it's been a week or so, but I have a good excuse. I have good reason for why this video is taking me so long to make. I have been busy. First thing I did, my hair is now partially pink. I would take it out of the bun to show you, but it is currently in need of a washing, so I'm not even gonna bother right now. It's just gonna stay up. I'll show it to you later when I give my final update on Quicksilver. I had a lot of family in town for Christmas, and I was kind of just spending that time with them, doing my job, working. Yesterday, I built a new bookshelf with one of my friends who came over. So a little quick tour update, because I literally just made a bookshelf tour video, and then I immediately changed my bookshelf. That's very important for me, because I change my bookshelf around 200 times a week. So a lot of this stuff, if I just pick up the camera, on the first shelf, it should stay the same, my first bookshelf. But then up here, I changed up one of the shelves to be a powerless little stand, so that's very cutesy. And then over here, all of the books I had laying on the floor, finally put them up. So I have more manga, more fantasy. Then I have like my adult romance bookshelves and a Jellycat. And then down here is like my Once Upon a Broken Heart series collection. And then the books in the back are like the Done and Dusted series by Lila Sage. And then I have like miscellaneous down here. It's my Bible. Anyway. that's the whole bookshelf update there. Anything else I missed? I don't think so. That's kind of most of what I've got going on for me right now. But yeah, it's New Year's Eve, and I'm at 159 out of 150 of my book goal. So I'm hoping to finish Quicksilver tonight, and then I'll have completed my book reading goal, and I'll probably give you guys updates tomorrow since it'll be so late. But here she is. Here's Quicksilver. I have made quite a bit of progress since I started. I'm on page 458. So I have been reading, I promise you. And I have about 150 pages left. And that's going to take me a few hours to get through, so I do think I can get through tonight just because we are having people over, but they're like, none of them are really my friends. They're more like family friends because I still live at home with my family. So I think I might just like hold up in my room and do my Legos and read my books and then come out closer to like dinner, New Year's Eve time and watch the ball drop with everybody. But tonight, I'm taking some me time too because I had a friend stay the night last night who helped me do the bookshelf. And then I just literally got back from a different friend's house. So I'm kind of like, what's it called? Like I'm tired. I don't know. Extroverted out. You know, I've spent all of my social battery. That's what it is. I've spent all my social battery today already. So it's fine. I don't even care. I'm going to spend New Year's Eve reading my book. So some thoughts on it though. I'm in the range of like a 4 to a 4.5. The only thing holding me back from a 5-star is that like, I don't know, just don't really have that feeling. And then sometimes Kingfisher is like, he growled, he purred, and that's just like something I don't get. Like I get that he's fae, but I don't know. That's kind of like an egg to me, I guess, when like characters in books say that. But I really like his dynamic with Cyrus and everything about them. I really love the fantasy world, the build up, the plot. I did think the book was more so going to focus on like Cyrus defeating like Madra and taking back her hometown, but it is not. So I'm guessing that's like maybe in the second or third book, because Quicksilver, this book, more so focuses on like Cyrus developing her alchemist abilities. Anyway, we're going to ignore my dog. And more so focuses on her developing those abilities, as I said, and her helping out Kingfisher in this war going on in Euvalia, the Fae world, and also figuring out how to like move through the portals. So basically, she's got to help them win this war to get back to hometown. Then I'm guessing when she gets back to hometown, she will help defeat Madra, and I'm guessing Kingfisher is kind of going to help her. That's my prediction. But seeing as there's only like 150 pages left in this book, and I don't think they're anywhere near winning the war, I'm guessing that's going to be kind of like the plot twist or something. I don't know. Because I know this is like a 3-book series. There's only 2 out. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My dog. There's definitely people showing up at my house right now, and that's why he's barking. But I don't want to re-film this, so this is just going to go in the video. Yeah. But anyway, I also want to say, as a final point, let me actually finish what I was saying before. But yeah, I do think that like, hopefully there's not some third act conflict of like a breakup. I really don't want that, because I think at the point I'm in right now, they're not like officially together, but they're pretty damn close. Okay, and Kingfisher's like, you've stolen my heart. I'm like, oh, he does love her and she loves him. Like we're at that point, but they're not like together yet. So I'm hoping get together, no breakup, and the book progresses like with their relationship. I can handle a little bit of like arguments, that's fine, just no breakup. And then it progresses with like Cyrus getting stronger in her alchemist abilities and helping win this war, and then going back and fighting in war against Madra and her army. That's what I want. Is that most likely gonna happen? I don't know. I have no idea. But fingers crossed. So yeah, if there's no like third act breakup, I'd probably rate this like 4.5, honestly, because it is really, really good. I've really enjoyed it. The beginning part was a little slow, but I've also just been busy. So that's why it's taking me a while to get through this one. But yeah, this Christmas vlog is definitely coming out in January. Oopsie. But yeah, I'm going to finish it tonight and let you guys know tomorrow how I'm feeling. Bye. So it is the next day, and I did in fact finish Quicksilver last night. technically it took me till like 2 a.m., but we're not gonna concern ourselves with that. Anyway, I think my overall rating for this book is gonna be like a 4.5, maybe 4.25. I think I'm gonna settle on 4.5 though. Because I did really like this book. I thought it was really good fantasy plot line. Like, the war was all great. There was a bit of a plot twist at the end. It wasn't like the most like groundbreaking plot twist, but I will say I wasn't really expecting it. I feel like if I thought about it a bit more, I may have connected the dots, but usually when I read fantasy, I don't want to try and figure it out. I usually just want to let the book play it out, which is what I did. And so I really liked the ending. I am very grateful that there was no like breakup. And after reading this book, I don't think there ever will be necessarily a breakup, because I think they've kind of like solidified the fact that they're mates and like mates stay together, I guess. I don't think I'm wrong on that. Yeah. So it was a really good like ending, and it wasn't like a big plot twist, but it was like, it was kind of. I definitely wasn't expecting like the very last thing. The very, very last thing that happens in the book. I wasn't expecting that at all. And so that was a big plot twist, and it kind of leaves us off for book 2. But it's not like a sad or scary plot twist. It's kind of like, ooh, there's more to come. So I did, in fact, go ahead and buy Brimstone today. I had a really busy day, so I haven't started it or anything like that. But my mom was like, I'm going into town, and I was like, bring back Brimstone, please. Like, I want it. So I think this is going to be the next thing that I read, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I think it will be, because I don't usually like to skip around in series. I usually like to stick to one at a time. But anyway, I'm going to read Brimstone. The thing is, I'll read this one, and then I'll have to wait forever for book 3, which makes me so sad, but I do what I must. So yeah, I also don't like that I have the paperback, and then it's a hardback. Not my favorite thing in the world, but that's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, it's also like 650 pages. And I'm like, I literally just finished a 600-page book. I don't know if I want to put myself back in there, but I guess I will. Anyway, I think something that maybe hold it back from being a 5-star for me was the fact that it was like mates. And I don't know, don't hear me out first. I didn't know mates was like a fae thing, because I haven't read that many fae books. I've read a few, but this is the first time I've ever read a fae book where they've been like, oh, we're mates. Like, I don't know. For some reason I thought that was just like wolves. Apparently I'm wrong. Apparently it's a fae thing too. So sometimes when they were like, I'm going to go see my mates, or like, get your hands off my mates, and then it was like he growled, then he purred. I know I said that in my last clip too. Sometimes that threw me off, because it's not necessarily my thing, you know, like, to each their own. But to me, sometimes I was like, I would have liked it more if you were like, I'm going to go see my girl, you know. I don't know, but it's not that big of a deal, but it's just something I noticed, and it's maybe like a little ick of mine, you know. But there's a first time for everything. I'm glad I read this. I did really like it. Really like the whole fantasy plot line. I did really like the romance. It was kind of like a switch, almost like flipped. And at one point he was very, you know, just like trying to distance himself and be kind of aggressive towards Saris, like not getting close to her. And then he was slowly trying to, like, he was losing that edge. And then he was like, that's my girl. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. So I did really like the romance too. It was a really great thing. I'm very excited for where the next book goes. But yeah, overall, it was just a really great book. And that is the last book of this reading vlog. I know it's like my Christmas one, and this is coming out in early January. My bad, but your girl was busy, and it is what it is. So anyway, I will get back to you guys in my next video where I make my January TBR. Bye!